What do you see up here?
Swords.
Oh my goodness, you're right. And these swords are all from Southeast Asia. And in Southeast Asia, they call swords kris. Can you all say kris?
Kris.
Yeah, they're called kris. And look, there are kris down this whole long wall. Do you think we could count how many they are?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do it together. You all help me count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 26, 27, 28.
My goodness, so many kris. That was a great job counting. Give yourselves a hand. Yay, great counting. They're real ones, real swords called kris. And over here, we see a statue of somebody who's carrying a
Sword.
Yeah, a sword or a kris. And I like to think of him as a giant, and I like to pretend that I'm a giant too. Would you pretend with me? A giant would be really big. Make yourselves really big, and make your hands really big. Yeah, and take your kris and stick it in your belt, and stomp around, because the giant in our story stomps. All right, we're going to have a parade of giants. Follow me, giants. Follow me, and you can stomp your feet and be a giant. Oh, I see you're being really big. We're going to pretend that this is a giant from the Philippines, and his name is Odon. Can you say Odon?
Odon.
Odon, very good. And we're going to talk about Odon the Giant from the Philippines and how he loved to stomp around and stomp around on everything all the time. In fact, Odon, he stomped on everything and he paid no attention at all to what was under his feet. He was so big and he was so strong and he was so busy stomping his feet that sometimes he stomped on the houses of the littler creatures, and sometimes he even stomped on the littler creatures himself. Do you think that was a nice thing to do? No, it wasn't. Well, let me tell you a story about what some 5 friends, 5 little creatures did about Odon the Giant. Who knows what kind of animal this is? It's a mosquito, and here's how the mosquito goes. Get your mosquito finger ready, hold it up in the air, and it goes bzz, sting. Ready? Bzz, sting, bzz, sting. Oh my goodness, you got it too, didn't you? Bzz, sting. So when I tell you in the story to be the mosquito, then you'll know how to do it. Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you. Now this is a kind of a bug.
It's a stink bug.
Well, it sounds like, it looks like a stink bug, but in this story, it's actually a bed bug. Where do you guess a bed bug lives?
Bed.
In the bed. And the bed bug bites in the bed. And so get your bed bug chompers ready, your teeth. Here's how he goes. Okay, are we ready to chomp? Good job chomping. Very good. And the next friend is a a bird, and in the Philippines it's called a decoy bird, and here's what he does. Everybody be the bird? Very good job on the bird. And the next friend is a crab, and he has his, oh, you all knew before I even showed you what the crab does. Very good. And the last of the 5 friends is, it looks like something, maybe. It's very close, and it looks kind of like a snake, but what it's called is an eel. And oh, you said eel? Oh, very good. And it goes like this. So everybody take your eel arm and go like this. So in the story, you're going to need to help. Now, these 5 friends got together one day, and they were upset because they said, that big Odon the Giant, he is stomping around all the time. And one said, well, he stepped on my house. And another said, well, he stepped on my brother. And they said, that's not very nice. What are we going to do about it? And so they put their 5 little friend heads together, and they whispered, and they made a plan. And the next day, they all got into coconut shells and they paddled down the river to the house where Odon the Giant lived. Now, he lived up a big ladder that he had to climb to get into his house right alongside of a river. And we climbed on up, and all those teeny tiny animals, they had to work so hard to get up the ladder to Odon's house. And the mosquito, do you remember how to do the mosquito? Bzz, sting, bzz, sting. The mosquito went into the rocking chair. And do you remember the bed bug? Where do you think he went? Where do you think, Michael? To the bed. Very good. And the bird, he went into the fireplace and covered himself with ashes. And the crab, he went into the sink. And the eel, he curled up by the front door. And they waited for Odon to come home. Well, nighttime came, and after a good day of stomping around on things, Odon climbed the big ladder to his house, and he sat down in his rocking chair, and he began to rock, and who was waiting for him in his rocking chair but the mosquito? Get your mosquito ready. Bzz, sting, bzz, sting. Oh, what's biting me? It itches, it itches. Oh. And the mosquito kept going, bzz, sting, bzz, sting. Oh, I need to just go to bed. I'm getting all bitten up. And who was waiting for him in the bed but the bed bug? And when he got into bed, get your chompers ready. The bed bug chomped, 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 and bit him, Oh, what's biting me? What's biting me? I need to go to my fireplace and get my lamp so I can see what's biting me in my bed. And when he got to the fireplace, who was waiting for him but the bird. And when he got to the fireplace, the bird who was buried under the ashes, get your bird ready, flapped his wings, and the ashes just swirled up and got into the eyes of Odon the Giant. Oh, I can't see. I have to wash these ashes out of my eyes. And he ran to his sink, and who was waiting but the crab. Get your crabs ready. Well, when Odon bent down to wash out his face, the crab leapt up and got him right on the nose. Oh, something has bitten me on my nose. My house, it's haunted. I better get out of here. And he turned to run away. And when he ran out the front door, who was waiting for him but get your eel ready, the eel. And he tripped right over the eel and fell with a thud right down his ladder onto the ground. My house, it's haunted. And he ran away as fast as he could. And after that, all of the 5 little friends, they lived together happily ever after because Odon never came back. Oh, thank you. And I'm clapping for you because you did such a good job helping with this story.